When you think about Star Wars battles, you will probably think about this. Or this. Or maybe even that. But what does the perfect Star Wars battle look like, and how can you build one by yourself? There are 3 major steps to look out for when trying to create the perfect Star Wars battle. The first point is the characters, or the minifigs. You should choose well-known characters that appeal to larger audiences and fit the environment. The second big point is the scenery, or the background. The scenery should look interesting and consist out of different layers of terrain or building to create visual interest and appeal to the eye of the viewer. The third point is the story. Your mock should have an easy to understand and simple backstory that you can tell either by minifigure placement or via storytelling. When you implement these 3 steps in your mock building process, I can assure you that it will turn out great. So let's start off with point 1, the minifigs. I will never forget my first time seeing Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope as a little kid, when the opening hallway scene completely blew me away. I instantly fell in love with the mysterious Lord Vader and his cool stormtroopers. The Rebel Fleet Troopers, however, have since been a figure I always wanted to build a mock with. And since everybody knows them, they look cool and unique, and the Tentative 4 Anniversary set had just released, I decided to pick up a few of them for today's mock. To make the final decision, however, I decided to ask you guys which kind of mock you wanted to see. Thankfully, you were the same opinion as I was, so the minifigure selection was set. Let's get on with the scenery, and don't worry, you will finally get to see some Lego now. The first and probably most important thing when actually building your mock is to not only create a nice and diverse texture for your buildings, but to also include different layers of terrain or buildings to diversify the whole mock and make it more interesting to look at. A great example for texturing in this mock would be the tan-colored house, combined with the light and dark grey ones right beside it. The height of the little tower, and most prominently the gate, makes for some interesting height differences within the mock. The third and last point of the list is the story, and this isn't as important of a factor for building a good mock, but personally I believe that it can add so much to an already good mock to make it even better. For this specific mock, I decided to go with the Empire taking over the planet's capital and finding an unexpectedly large rebel outpost. Now that you know the story and what techniques I used to build the mock, I will now show you guys the final showcase.